Well, hello everyone, my name is Passek, I'm FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we'll be doing a small little river Perdigon. It's my BGP, I call it, or my black and gold Perdigon BGP. It's really simple little Perdigon fly on a jig hook, super heavy. You can put underbody lead on it if you want to get down even faster, but a really nice heavy oversized tungsten bead is plenty. And this black and gold combination is absolutely killer. So hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's get tying. So in the vise today, we have a Hends BL124, big game, size 12. For the bead, we have an oversized jig head. So it is a jig bead, so slotted. Go as big as you can without making it look silly. You just... I want this to sink right real fast. So this will sit nice and tight. We're going to be using some Semperfli Nanosilk in black. We're going to be using some CDL fibers in Pardo, medium Pardo. Geez, Pardo. Geez, having a tough time. Darn dentures. For the tail. For the body, again, Nanosilk. For the rib, we're going to be using some Rio Grande gold blend for a rib from Semperfli. And then for the collar area, a little bit of the black Hens dubbing. This is Hair Dubbing Plus. It's a really, really, really good pattern for the rivers. These things sink like a rock. Now, if you want, you can set this in place where you want it and then wrap some wire and push the wire forward too, or some lead, just to get it to stay even better of where you want it. But I don't find it that necessary. Now, I do tie some with a lead, and if I do, I'll put a little white dot on the head, just so I know which ones have the additional weight. So all I'm doing right now is holding the bead forward and trying to build a little bit of a dam there. Now it's not a huge deal because I will be able to do that later anyway. So I'm just going to come down to roughly where the barb would be before the bend. Don't go around the bend. And come forward again. I said I'm not overly concerned about what happens with this bead because I'll deal with it once I get forward, but just for video sakes. I want to create a bit of a taper to this fly as well. So stop there for a sec. Gonna get some of my CDL for the tail, so I'm just taking one feather here. I'm going to put it out 90 degrees, give it a good pinch, and pull it off. Okay, and I want this about the length of the body sticking past. So about like there. Just I'll put a wrap on and I'll double check it. Yeah, that's about good. Come all the way back to your stop point and then come forward again. Bring this all the way forward right behind that bead. Couple of reasons. One, it'll help build your taper. Two, it'll hold your bead in place. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect here, but because it'll be, first of all, I'm going to tie it down with thread, but it'll also be covered with dubbing. So I don't usually get too overly concerned about cutting all this off, but just like I said there, just like that, it's good. Okay, I'm going to just flatten my thread, counterclockwise spin to flatten it. And then just go back once all the way again. And then all the way forward. And now I'm going to grab my ribbing, and it's just going to be one strand of this Rio Grande gold blend. Okay, that in all the way back to your tie-in point. Just get that out of your way. Sorry if you guys hear that background noise. There's a few trucks driving by. We're on a kind of out of town at San Cristobal here in Mexico, but we're up on a hill, and it's a gravel road. So when the delivery trucks for water and things like that come by, it gets a little loud. So just continue just building up the body to the taper that you'd like. Sometimes I'll build them really, really sparse. Sometimes I'll build them really fat. I like having both in my box. I would say my river boxes, I think I got even more variety than my lake boxes. Just because sometimes the slightest little thing will work. Well, just a little tiny bit of an extra taper body, or more tail fibers or less tail fibers, So I just want to get about 4 turns in here. And then tie that off. I'm not too worried if they jump together there at the front, because I'm going to be covering it with dubbing anyway. So a little bit of that hair dubbing plus. Love this stuff because it's got that little bit of sparkle in it, but it's a natural hair dubbing, right? But that little bit of extra sparkle, just a little bit of attractant in it, right? So get that dubbed on, and then just get a couple of wraps, and then I'm just going to tighten it up. Tighten it up. Now, a little bit of head cement, whatever you like. I usually go with the Sally Hansen's because I know I can get it anywhere. I've even found it down here in Mexico. So try to find head cement though. Good luck. So nice 4-turn whip finish there. Cut that off. Take my dubbing brush and just give it a very light little pull out. That's it. You don't want too much of a pull out. That's your fly. Simple fly, super effective. Obviously, it'll ride like that in the water because it's a jig head, right? So jig style hook. But I tie these in several different versions, colors. So there's a white bead head and a little bit of a kind of an orangey brown body. Here's one with a white bead head, a little bit of a red hot spot, and a holographic body. Just the one we just did. Here's a more of a goldy orangey version. And then this one here is really effective as well. It's pretty well this one here, but it's got a bit of it's got a pinky red bead and a little bit of a reddish kind of a collar, the dubbing. So, but this is definitely my go-to. Without all those that I tie, this is definitely my go-to. So, righty. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys are getting out on the lakes and rivers. I know in BC they're starting to. I don't know when this is going to come out, but I'm assuming this is going to be coming out late April here. So late April, early May. So guys in Alberta should be able to be hitting some lakes soon. And yeah, hopefully you guys are having fun. So like I said, this will be good for right now in the Bow and a few other rivers. Anything that's flowing, this will work. So, right? Hello.